Hello YouTube, this is Rhino Dan, and I'm making this video for new riders, and it's for throttle control, for acceleration and deceleration. And these are drills you can do to practice, and you can master. If you master, you can take this for any motorcycle, whether it's a little 50cc scooter all the way up to 200 horsepower monster. First step is to find yourself an empty parking lot. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm driving to a parking lot and I'm looking for a place for me to practice. This is the parking lot drills. We don't want to do this in traffic. I want to, you should practice in areas that it's going to be safe for you to do so, where there's no oncoming traffic or anything for you to worry about. Because the main thing right now, we're just going to be practicing on things for throttle control, muscle memory, and until these concepts are thoroughly had and drilled and mastered, or even not even mastered, just practice enough where you're comfortable you can do it on the street. Then you can go out and start practicing in corners and everything else. Because really, throttle control is more for cornering and sudden stops and all these things. It's important everywhere. It's one of the cornerstones of motorcycle riding is good throttle control. The reason why throttle control is so important is the cornerstone of motorcycle riding, because throttle control gives predictability. So with good throttle control, there's predictability on what the bike will do. And when you have the good throttle control, you're giving your suspension and everything to settle in and not to be upset. Riders tend to upset the motorcycle more than not by bad body positioning, bad throttle control, being abrupt, yanking off the throttle, right? Or pinning it too early when the bike's not ready. The suspension's not set up, or it's still in transition. All those things right there can upset the bike, and those upsetting the motorcycle creates it to be unpredictable. Wheel spin, the suspension not to be compliant or to move up and down erratically, head shake, which is another thing, is where the front end feels really light and it doesn't seem like it's attached to the ground. All these things are caused by not being consistent on the throttle. So right here, I come into this turn. How this drill works is I'm going to decelerate before the turn. Then I'm going to accelerate after I make my turn complete. I'm going to accelerate again. Right here, you'll see me deaccelerating, no brakes. And as I turn my turn is completed, then I'm accelerating again. That's the purpose of this drill, to practice throttle control. If you find yourself panic braking through this drill, don't feel bad. It's going to happen. That's part of your personal survivor reaction. Again, this is a Keith code, and I totally believe in his system because it works. I'm just showing you guys drills that I do for me to work on my own personal throttle control. I've been riding for off and on for the last 10 years. It's just something that no matter how good you get, you're never really going to master. It's an endless journey motorcycle riding is, so I'm always trying to find. If you find yourself panic braking, just keep doing the drill until you stop. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to get comfortable enough with your deceleration and your acceleration and your throttle control where you don't need to panic brake at all. In this video, you don't see me hitting the brakes one bit. It's just me rolling the throttle on and off. And I made this video, recorded it first, so I could have panic braked, but I watched it through and didn't see it on my own. Because sometimes panic braking is a subconscious action. You don't even mean to do it yourself, but sometimes people do it. But there you have it. So keep doing the drill until you're not panic braking at all. And once you get to that point, you should be pretty set up. That's one of the telltale signs that you're getting closer to mastering this drill. Now these drills, these parking lot drills, they're going to build upon each other. This is the first step because throttle control is the cornerstone of all good motorcycle riding. Like I've said previous, I'm going to say it again because it's that important. If you have good throttle control for the acceleration and deceleration, you'll pretty much be almost bulletproof on the street when cornering and everything else. You can handle any situation practically. But again, that has to be practiced. It has to be something you can do in a panic, something you can do when I'm doing this drill in second gear. I could do it in first gear because I have good enough throttle control, but for this demonstration, I want to do it in second gear. So the reason why is if you're a new motorcycle rider, you want to do it in a higher gear so there's less chance of wheel spin, so the torque, you won't be in a higher RPM and the torque won't be as high. Very crucial. You don't want to be in too high of a gear where you bog the engine down, obviously, but just enough where you still can be low enough speed, but if you do make a throttle control error, you're not going to create wheel spin, and that's going to make you panic, and especially if you're a new rider, it might freak you out a little bit, and that's not good. So try to do it in a little bit higher gear that the bike can handle, and it'll be safer for you when you're practicing this drill. The first step of good motorcycle riding is throttle control. This drill in particular will help you get there. It'll help you learn the muscle memory, how to be smooth on the acceleration and deceleration. And once you learn how to do that where you're smooth, then there'll be other drills down the road that help you put these things into place for cornering and other things. But this is the first step of learning how to be a competent motorcycle rider. And if you can master these drills, and then you're on your way to becoming a really good rider. Thanks for watching. My name is Rhino Dan, and I am making these drills for new riders, and hopefully you guys practice and learn how to do good throttle control. Thank you.